Well folks, welcome to Whitebeard's Kitchen. Yes, I've been absent for a wee bit just. We have been in the process of one of the most stressful things ever, a house move. Holy shit. We're not divorced, it's great to know, being the better half. What do you call it? We've managed to get through it all. And the other thing is I've had also a little bit of an operation. So here we are back in my new home with my spanking new kitchen, which we'll give you a tour of sometime. And what I'm going to do today is a carrot cake. This is at the request of my better half, who is today acting as my near said cameraman, camera lady, let's be honest. So first of all, what I want to show you is I have already in this bowl, I have 395 grams of plain flour, or all-purpose flour for those people in the United States, or those people maybe in Canada and other parts of the world. I've also got 3 teaspoons of baking powder and 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. So what I'm going to do is cinnamon powder, just going to give this just a rough mix so that everything is kind of incorporated, just for a few seconds. So I have that mixed in, and the smell of the cinnamon is absolutely, it's absolutely pungent, it's powerful, it's wonderful, lovely smell. Okay, so I have another bowl here. My dry ingredients are set to the side. I have 395 grams of sugar. What I'm going to do is I'm going to crack in, all being well, not the shell, 4 eggs, roughly at room temperature. It is Baltic here. I'm still within the Mourne Mountains, and it is absolutely freezing, no doubt, like other parts of the UK and Ireland. So don't know, obviously this is summertime in Australia, so lucky you. There we are. And last but not least, and I see here we are, typical, you always get that piece of bloody eggshell that goes, well I do anyhow. There we are, we'll worry about that in a wee second. I'll scoop that up, get all that lovely egg in. Okay, so that's that. Try and scoop this little piece of eggshell out. So, there we go. That's that. There we are. Next, I will add in roughly a teaspoon of vanilla extract. I'm just going to eyeball this. I did have my little measuring spoons out, but I can't be arsed. So here we are, drop of vanilla extract. I'm going to say that's roughly a teaspoon. I like my vanilla extract, so I'm going to add just another tiny dribble in to make sure. So there we are. That's the vanilla extract in. And then, rather than butter, I have here 14 fluid ounces or 395 mils. I think I'm maybe going to tell you wrong. So yeah, 395 mils of vegetable oil. And I have to be honest, for me, I've only done one cake before that actually used oil, and it makes it, I think, a lot lighter than using butter. Okay folks, so what I have done is with the sugar and egg mix and the vanilla extract, I have put this into my mixer. I have the mixer turned on, I hope. Now bear with me, just the IC move over my little head. So folks, what I have done, I have made, obviously allowed this to mix. Maybe you can see that it's just nicely dropping off the mixer. So now what I'm going to do is very simply, I'm going to add in the dry ingredients that I had earlier, which was the flour, the cinnamon, and the baking powder. I'm just going to add that in, all being well. One does not spill this, so bear with me. I want to make sure it's all in. Okay, I'm just going to scrape these little last bits out and put them in as well. Waste not, want not. My little motto for this. Now, what I also have is 400 grams of grated carrot and roughly, I think, about 150 grams of sultana. Don't want to be dropping anything onto the floor, my normal. So get that all in. I know, a very slow process, and it is so good that my little wifey is helping me out here with the camera, and it's her new camera. It's her sparkling, wonderful camera, not that shaky mobile phone. And when she's having to hold it at the minute and had it on a tripod, you'll notice that her hands are a lot steadier than mine. People say they shake with the DTs with alcohol. I would be the exact opposite. I stop shaking when I have had enough. That is all my carrot and sultanas in. You could use raisins. And what I'm also going to add in is about 60 grams of chopped walnut. And you're wondering, he's got a pestle mortar, does he not use this for Asian style cooking? I don't think I've ever showed anybody that. Get the release button. There we are. And just hope this now does not come out all over the place and it mixes. So I'm going to hit the mixer again and hopefully get this all incorporated. Well everyone, so I have this now mixed and what I'm going to do is take this out. This is just the batter, as you can see. I'm going to now empty the batter carefully, I hope. I have a 9-inch baking tray. I have it pre-lined with parchment paper and just greased around the edges. I'm going to pour this in very slowly, carefully. Hopefully nothing leaks. If it does, this is the joys of home cooking. Okay, so batter in the cake tin. The oven, if it's a conventional oven, 170 degrees centigrade, can't remember what that is in Fahrenheit, I'll let you work that out folks. So I'm using a fan oven, so I'm going to say about 150, maybe 155 in the fan oven, and that's going to be for 70 to 80 minutes. I'd maybe suggest that maybe it's 60 minutes, check it with a skewer, if it, just in case it cooks, if you see it browning too much at the top, as usual, you can put a wee piece of foil. I will put it now into the oven and it can cook there for 70 to 80 minutes. And that is Whitebeard's first episode in his new home. All being well, we'll come back and I'll show you what the cake's like. Fingers crossed, there's frosting to do. So we'll look at that and I'll do that very shortly. Okay, so there we are, we have the 105 grams of butter and the 400 grams of cream cheese. So what I want to do with this is that I just want to mix it until it becomes kind of smooth. This looks pretty smooth folks, so what I now have, and my goodness gracious me, is I have 500 grams of icing sugar, known in the States as powdered sugar or confectioner sugar, and I'm just going to add some of this in at a time, not add it all in at once, and then obviously put it onto the mix. And as you can see, by the time this is over, my beard will be whiter, or maybe you'll think that I have spent some time snorting a white substance that is illegal. And now to add more of the icing sugar, which seems as if it's never going to end. Yes, I'm just laughing because my camera lady, my dearest wife and darling, her camera is ending up full of white icing sugar. So now, thank goodness gracious me, I'm going to put the rest of it in because I don't think I nor my better half could choke to death any longer on this stuff. Well folks, that is the frosting done. It's going to go into the fridge, it'll set a little bit and it will go on to the cake once the cake is ready and the cake is cooled. And if my face looks whiter than normal and my freckles have disappeared and my beard has got whiter, well, I'm not trying to do an impersonation of Santa Claus, although some people might think so, but that's me. Folks, here we are, my little carrot cake, and my frosting is a little bit on the runny side. Don't know why. Went by a recipe that I looked at, but it's turned out it's rustic. That's the term I use, rustic. A bit like me, rusty, rustic. If you like it, do me a favour, please do subscribe, give it a like, and also just to plug one more little thing when I'm here, as my camera lady also has a little business selling soaps and candles. Please check out amysearth.com. Great presents to buy for Christmas, but from me, in my new home, and getting used to a cooker and all the accoutrements about. Bye, have a good week, rock on, and I'll see you soon. Still getting to those fucking bits of it, sure. They're only too tiny, that's going to be fucking around, see. Screwed up.